Tarun, we cannot hear you.
If you want
Tarun, we cannot hear you.
I can't hear him either.
I can't hear him either.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes. Now we do. Now I do.
Okay. Should be okay. So someone give me a response. Are you guys able to hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, Tarun.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
Or still?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
If
Yeah.
no, I'll get another system.
It's good now, Tarun.
Okay, let the angels work it out now. Namo Shivaya. Namo Shivaya. So we have a person whose mother just crossed over, and we are as I'm explaining it to him, the way it works. Blessings flow through all of us, not from us. So the blessings flow when the other person accepts the blessings. And for that, the trust factor is required. So blessings can flow through us, but they work more effectively when the other person accepts the blessings. And people who are crossing over right now, in this case, it is not a tragedy. She was in fact ready to cross over 13 and a half years ago. So something had happened 13 and a half years ago, and she was already ready to cross. And it's not such a big deal as we make out of it on this planet. I'm 55 plus, so if tomorrow COVID comes knocking down, I should be saying, thank you, COVID. And be absolutely fearless. If I'm going to be on this planet, oh, COVID will strike, something will get me for sure. So I have to be really, really fully cognizant, aware of the fact that I have had 56 years. When any second the game could have been, I could have been transferred from this room called the earth to the other room, which is just adjacent. And now that I have been on this planet, all of us have to decide, what did we contribute over out here? The whole thing is, how much did we contribute? If we are like children and we came to this earth and just had candies called sex, called something like, oh, the other people would respect me more, or eat the last, like if you are totally unhappy, then people start looking for happiness in food. Or I'm going to be wearing this, or I'm going to be having this. So if we just did those things which gave us happiness, but this happiness was sense gratification or ego aggrandizing, big word, ego satisfaction. So if we came to this planet and did only this, then whether we were for 5 seconds or 50 years or 500 years, it does not matter. It's all wasted time. But if on this planet, even 5 seconds that we have, we used it to help others, to serve the universe in any which way that we can, then it's all good. And it does not matter what service we did, whether it was 5 seconds, whether it was 50 years, whether it was 500 years, it does not matter, because numbers are a visual, childish game. So when we live, it should be a prayer, and in the following way. When we are living with our eyes open to the material world, what do we feel? Small, the universe is big, there's so many people who have more, this, that, etc. And we started comparing ourselves. And when we compare, then of course our self-esteem goes down because someone has more and different things happen. We become insecure when we live with our eyes open. Even if we are Bill Gates, there is someone who has done more for this planet, has more, has got less, maybe having more fun. It doesn't matter whether you have all the toys in the world. Fun is restricted for those who are in communion with God. So when our eyes are open, we feel small. And we see that we are small, and the universe and the world and life and everything is bigger. But when we close our eyes, we can see the infinity of the universe inside us. So with closed eyes, we can see the infinity of the universe inside us, and then we are infinite love. So when our eyes are closed, we are infinite love, or can be. Unless and until we walk down a path with closed eyes, we are thinking, oh, I wish I had this person in my life. I wish I had more this fun. I wish I was in Cuba lying down in the sand, whatever. So the moment we focus in the center of the heart or in the center of our intellect into a symbol of God, and there are a couple of people who are coming for the first time. So the first exercise is just the intent that may I achieve communion with God. May I be one with godliness. If you cannot define God, then at least godliness. And for hell, we are all praying. So when we pray, our bodies become instruments of spreading love, leading to a feeling that we are providing service to the universe. And when we are providing service to the universe, then our self-realization is happening. And when our self-realization is happening, our lower chakras, which have got this I don't have enough insecurities in the first chakra. The second chakra, which has got, oh, I should be having more sex, etc., and all that shame, etc. And the third chakra, no, I'm not really worth it. I'm small. The world is so big, and how and this and that. So all those judgments at yourself, at whatever we have, and whatever relations we have. These three judgments are already ensuring that our hearts are closed. Children have an open heart, and the more we grow up, the more judgments we have, the more the heart gets closed, because judgment is going to be, this is good, this is bad. So it becomes a desire in the heart. I want more of this, what I like, and I want to avoid this, which I don't like. So judgments become desires. I want to have more. I judge this thing to be good or bad, and then I want more of this or less of that. And our heart becomes instead of being an infinite instrument of spreading love, it becomes a warehouse of all our desires which haven't been met or realized, and then we are insecure, not worthy in our own eyes, have guilt, and our lower body structure starts to become like a pyramid. Like we start to hold, and the chakras and everything goes over it. And of course, that leads to heart being closed, because when we think, oh, I wanted this and this didn't happen, then that becomes anger. And why is everyone else having it? We think that everyone else is that. So it becomes a lot of pent up energy in the heart, closing the heart. And once the heart is closed, no matter what life you're having, it's going to be a shitty life. No matter what you have, no matter how much you have. If your heart is closed, means you have really a very low quality life. You will be on this planet. You can even be having a lot of fun. You can have a heart closed, and you can go to Cuba and lie down and have rum. You can even have relationships. You can have sex a lot, etc. But your heart is closed. So it's all at a biological level. When the heart has been closed, why? Because of all these judgments, good, bad, etc., which are happening on the planet. And what is the most extreme judgment that we have? Die. So all the movies have got at the end, when the hero dies, it's a tragedy. And when the hero gets married, it's a good end, or maybe even a comedy. How? That's the most stupid thing that I have ever heard. When people get married, it's a huge responsibility. That now I'm going to be serving the other person who is going to be my anti. What does male and female mean? That I'm like this and that person is like this. I have got organs that penetrate, that person has got organs that do the opposite, etc. I think like this, that person thinks like this. So now you really have a challenge all your life of trying to make someone else happy. And if that's the purpose in your life, yeah. If you are happy in providing service to the one that you love, that's how my 30 years of married life was. But then it can flip. There are no guarantees on the planet, zero guarantees. So, whatever we think, the most extreme is that death is a tragedy, marriage is good end, but it's nothing. Out of the good, bad is coming. Out of the bad, good is coming. Out of your marriage, children will come and they will have their own lives and all that, or may not come, or you might have different lessons, etc. Or you might just have service. And whatever we think is bad, like death is freedom. No more mortgages to pay, no more taking care of the body, no more of this envy, you have more, I have less, etc. The only thing that dead people really have a judgment about is, oh shucks, I should have done more on this planet for others. And in the today's case, very, very good person, but around 17 years ago, some sort of a huge turmoil, and then that 13 and a half years ago, she was already ready to leave the planet. So 13 and a half years she lived, and she blessed. And of course, when we are on this planet, we are like bracelets in our lady's hand. they are going to be ringing. When there's more than one bracelet, they're all going to be ringing. So there is going to be noise, and we have to see the noise that other people's called bangles make when they connect with our bangle, which is our body, mind, and we have to see that that sound is harmony and not a disconnect of conflict. Right now, people who are leaving the planet, the moment that people leave the planet, they are really peaceful and they have a lot of sympathy for the people who are left on the planet. The people who are leaving the planet, they did not have COVID. During COVID, people are isolated. Even if you have a lot of money, you can't travel and all those things. And even if you travel, it's not the same ambience. So what do? You can just end up eating money and just going to the washroom and letting the whatever you have eaten. So your body becomes a sort of a transformer of food to agricultural products, hopefully, and then taking part in that. So that's the only service that you're giving. You might be. So the people who are leaving, they have a lot of empathy and they're even proud, they're even happy that they managed to get out and had a good life. They had a good life. So instead of us saying, oh, that person, the lady has a lot of I would say sympathy for her children, and the gentleman who is coming to this class for the first time, he knows whatever happened 13 and a half and 17 years ago. And 5 years ago, there was a visit into the hospital in which someone who was portly and stout helped the person. So there have been those things. There were ups and downs, etc. It wasn't such a surprise. And we have to be, when our parents leave us, then we have to be working with our own life. So my parents crossed over. So the next in line is me. Whenever a parent crosses, and I always speak only from experience, not from theoretical class. When my parents crossed over, the first thing is that the next in line is me. That is the first blessing that the person who crosses over gives to the people who are on the planet. And they say the same thing that she said. Use your time on the planet wisely. That is the message that is going out to the gentleman. Use your time wisely. Do not spend it on relationships. Do not spend it on material things. Find a reason on how to spend the rest of your time on the planet. You still have around 10, 12 at least to serve. And if you are really worried about the other person, since you are, it's a mother figure and all that. So you have to do acts of charity. You have to open yourself out of this scientific cocoon in which everyone is there. I will only trust and see the things that I see and feel. In the night, the Guru says, in the night we see stars. In the day, the sun comes out, the earth has rotated. Now we don't see the stars. So the stars are not there. We don't see them doesn't mean that the stars are there. The same thing is with the presence of God or the divine. Because God has got such a word. God is such a word that it pushes everyone to an extreme of, I'm angry at my parents had this religion, so I'm not going to be going for, and anyway, the people in the name of God have done this, etc. And all the stories of God, the way that it has been manipulated, etc., come out and we don't believe, etc. But without a divine energy on this planet, no matter what you have, it's not worth it. If your way of thinking is scientific like this, there's nothing divine, I'm a biological entity, I breathe in oxygen, I breathe out carbon dioxide, that, and then I eat, and then I get this energy via entropy, and then I go to the washroom and it goes back, etc. And then your whole life. You have enabled yourself with a scientific biological outlook on yourself, and because it's your belief, you are going to be the prisoner of that belief, and then your wings can never open. Only divinity, only the knowledge, it may be intuitive, like children have. Yes, there is something over out there. They are not so afraid on the planet. They are not so afraid on the planet. Children do things which others won't, because they have an intuitive trust in the big picture. And we think, oh, they are stupid, they are doing this, etc. They are doing, the stupid people do dangerous things, etc. No, it can be an intuitive trust. What have we achieved with our carefulness? We have lived to whatever age we have, and so what? And so on. Because when we serve, we are giving. But when we are living on this planet with this scientific thinking, means we are this biological entity, we have some years on this planet, we have got some limited resources, and those resources are for me, moi, c'est moi, and that's all. So the primary factor becomes me, myself, and that means my body. I have to take care of it. My intentions, my way of thinking is more important than all the rest of the world, etc. So that leads you down a a very limited road where you just become an animal, and you don't even have a relationship. Because how can you have a relationship? You are a biological entity, the other is a biological entity. It's only when you become intuitively divine and you start seeing the magic on the planet. You see the magic, you close your eyes and you see infinity inside yourself. Magic. Open your eyes and you can think, and you can move your hand, fingers. You see a word in which 99.99 everything is zero, is not there. The actual matter on the planet is 0.26 times 1. So it's very less. The size of a ping ball would be, or a golf ball, if all the matter on this planet was consolidated. But it's an energy game. So 99.99, everything around us that we see with our eyes is an illusion, is changing rapidly. But beneath all this is a divine force flowing through us. And this divine force connects everything and everyone. So think of it like this, that over out here in the center of the forehead, you focus focus onto any symbol of God, cross, and feel the vibration, and the whole group is vibrating together. Everyone in the center of the forehead, see the symbol of cross and just feel the vibration of Amin. Amen. Amen. And we are praying for the person who just crossed over. Amen. And we are enabling communication between the son and mother. So all the conflicts of 5 years and 13.5 years, all those are resolved. And resolution means that each heart, the heart of the person who has crossed over and the heart of the person who is on the planet, is smiling and ready to serve the universe in any which way that you can. Amen. 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 And 8.5 years ago in the life of this person, there is some financial something positive happened. And that was a blessing. So receiving this clarity about our lives gives us the confidence into the divine energy which is everywhere and connects us. What disconnects us is the scientific things that we can touch, see, and feel. Those are the things that we have differences in. But when we go beyond the things that we can sense, then we are in the the divine energy, and it's pure laughter. There is no tragedy. It's pure joy of being. That is why no one, even if they are dying, are not ready to die. Because the joy of being is so strong. Amen. As I say, Amen, we stop seeing ourselves just as people with name, faces, and lives. We start seeing ourselves as infinite energy of love, light, and laughter. Just that small twist will give you the superpower. Just see yourself right now with closed eyes, with the vibration of Amin. Indulge yourself, indulge the energy, indulge the knowledge which is flowing through all the group. Indulge it. Just accept it. Let your personality die, wither, become small, vanish. Don't listen to your personality with all the logic. Just trust the wave of divine energy, of clarity, that you are pure laughter. You are pure laughter and joy. And in this laughter of the universe, in which everything is changing, the only thing that is not changing, the unchangeable, is the divine presence, the one who is enjoying. And that enjoyer inside everyone has the power to enjoy even death. So awaken in yourself this superpower to enjoy even your death. Because death is at what level? You are a puppet master and your puppet is dying. The puppet is playing the role of, let's say, of Romeo or Juliet, and it's dying. You enjoy the play of Shakespeare instead of dying with your puppet. You are the puppet master. So become a puppet master. Do not be angry. Oh, why is it a tragedy? Because in lives, in previous lives, you had comedies and you don't want only one thing. You want to check out everything. You want comedy, you want tragedy, you want all the flavors of the planet. So go with that and enjoy the death. Enjoy the death also. It's so beautifully, exquisitely written by Shakespeare and by the master storyteller. You are just the puppeteer. You are not the puppet which is actually dying. Amen. 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 As you see yourself as divine laughter, you get the superpower to be able to enjoy everything. The person left you, you are able to enjoy it. Good. I have my freedom. You got some monetary loss, you are able to enjoy. Good. I have less of a baggage to travel now. You lost a job. Good. 9 to 5 was really, you had to be making sure that the other people were happy. Now you are going to be doing less with less. And that is the secret to success, doing less with less. Amen. Amen. Now people will respect you or not respect you. Doesn't matter. You are divine laughter, as are they. You are pure divine laughter. There is no other word for it. See yourself as divine laughter and laugh at yourself for thinking, oh, I was taking care of this body too much. I was taking sure that it would be wearing these clothes and that clothes. No value in that. Oh, I was making sure that this food will be very expensive and very tasty for the body. You are taking care of your puppet, but you are the puppeteer. You are right now identifying with the laughter, which is the puppeteer, and not with the puppet. The puppet has got a tragedy, has got a comedy, has got a lot of acting in everything, but it doesn't really impact you. Your mistake had been that while enjoying Romeo and Juliet, you started thinking that you are Romeo and you are Juliet. No, you are the puppeteer. Amen. And by seeing yourself as divine laughter, you invoke in yourself the superpower to laugh at your own death, at your own losses. So the person left me or didn't leave me. So I lost the job or didn't lose. So I lost the money or didn't lose it. Or I lost the reputation or didn't lose it. People look at me like this or that. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Because all plays are written perfectly and the puppet needs to be acting out. That's the role of the puppet. But the puppeteer has got the ability to enjoy all the puppet shows. Not only, oh, I just want my puppet to be a king. All the kings had a miserable life, were always overstressed. And it's not about whether your puppet has got the drama of comedy or this or that, has got a life of Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates. It's not about that. Whatever storyline your puppet has, how much of it are you using that time on this planet to serve others? Be the presence of divine laughter only. Everything else is falling away. Your fear, oh, this puppet of mine will have enough food. It's a wooden puppet. Don't worry about it, whether it will have food or not. Oh, this puppet was with someone and did something, had sex or did not have sex. Don't worry about it. These are puppets, wooden puppet. They had sex, good. They didn't have sex, good. Oh, this puppet feels that it has got low self-esteem. So what? It's surrounded in a world of puppets. It's another puppet. It doesn't matter. It does not. Absolutely. Everyone else is also functioning as a puppet. Doesn't matter whether your puppet had a beautiful nose or this nose or looks like Ariana Grande or doesn't look like Ariana Grande, is talented, not talented. You have a particular drama line. Enjoy that. And you are the master puppeteer. And there's a master puppeteer. You order your puppet to have an open heart, in which you see in the mirror of yourself, you see yourself as divine laughter, as golden divine laughter. And you see, Amen. The vibrations of the prayers enforce the knowledge. They underline the knowledge. They make this knowledge that you are not the puppet, but the puppeteer, and you have to, and you are in fact enjoying your life, no matter what is happening with the puppet. Even if the puppet is getting killed, you are the master puppeteer, and everyone is applauding. What a great show. And you are enjoying the death of your puppet. You are enjoying it because the show is written by even better than Shakespeare. It is grandiose. The whole universe is collapsing when that puppet is dying. But you will just move on to the next puppet. Amen. Amen. Full attention to your breathing. See the magic of breathing. Eyes closed so that you are not a small puppet, but with eyes closed, you see yourself as infinite divine laughter in your heart. Only with eyes closed can you see that divine laughter in your heart. Amen. And the vibrations of the God. Amen. Om Namo Shivaya. Divine laughter in your heart is a golden light. and you see that your body is the puppet, your life story is the Shakespearean drama. It has got everything, comedy, drama, but it's all a drama. And when the puppet will die, you will be happy. Because the puppet had started taking life too seriously. I have mortgage, I have a body, my heart is giving me a problem, my liver is this. The person who crossed over, a lot of back problems. So now all those things are resolved. Back problems, not back problems, conflict with the elder children and all that, all resolved. No issues now. Amen. Now when I breathe in, we are all breathing in the same vibration of divine laughter. When I say Om, we breathe in through the nose and we see the magic of this clarity flowing through our noses. Namo, it goes to our hearts, where the divine laughter is concentrated, the seat of divine laughter. And Shivai, we laugh with the infinity inside. Om Namo Shivai. We laugh at ourselves. Oh, I used to think that sex is so important. Oh, I used to think money is so important. Oh, I used to think that reputation is so important. Oh, I used to think job is so important. Oh, I used to think life on this planet is so important. You laugh at yourself. Divine laughter, leading you to the clarity beyond all good and bad, so that you become a master healer. First, you have to learn the superpower of laughing at your own desires and fears. Om Namo Shivaya. Om, breathe in. Om. Namo, let your heart laugh at yourself. Say to yourself, if you really want the superpower, decide what is it that is making you feel small in the life. Is it lack of relationship? Do you feel lonely? Is it lack of money? Do you think that you do not have enough money? Is it lack of reputation? Do you think that other people should be respecting you more? These are all forms of love, basically. Reputation, sex, money. It's all, or even it can be enlightenment. I want to be enlightened. I want to be better than. Whatever it is that you feel that you do not have enough, identify that thought right now. To get to the superpower, identify the thought that makes you small when your eyes are open in the world. It can be anything. I want a relationship. I want more money. I want more respect. I want this. I want that. Whatever it is, identify it. See it as a person, a small fat person, because that thought is making you heavy. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya is everything and everyone, including Amin, Om Namo Shivaya. These prayers are everything and everyone. They are love, but they are the opposite also. They are violence also. So say to the thought that makes you diminish, that makes you small in the real scientific world of the puppets of this body, mind and intellect. Say to that thought, look at it in the eyes and say Om Namo Shiva, but truly you are meaning to that thought. Or it can be the fear of death or the illusion of death. Say to that thought, look at it in the eyes, that small fat feeling that is in front of you, that when you are meditating, everyone is feeling fine because you are focused on the true you, which is joyous laughter in the heart. But then you will have to function in the real world. We need you to be changing your personality and way of looking at things. Look at it right now, that thought that makes you small in the material world. Look at it in the eyes. In my case, it is the thought of job. I just lost a job. Also relationships forever. But now look at it. And with Om Namah Shivaya, say, screw you. I don't care for you. Screw you, screw you, screw you. I do not care for you. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah. Get a forceful Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. You bless this thing with that thought with violence, and you clear up your head. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Yes, there is violence in the universe. There is love in the universe. Everything is in the universe, and everything is consolidated in Om Namah Shivaya. Let the thoughts, those fears of death, anything that makes you small in the world, let it leave you with silent violence, but also with a blessing. Go your way. Since you are in the universe, that means that since you are in the universe, you are of use to someone or something. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. So someone just joined right now. So the technique, I'll put it down to a technique. Our word is obsessed with techniques. I'm only working at a level of intentions. Closing eyes so that you are now a part of the word of infinity where you are not small. With open eyes, you look at a world where you are small. You're just a biological person and you only can have a tendency to trust things that you see, feel, and believe, your senses, and you start living for your senses. But when you close your eyes, we can see the infinity in which all these planets, in all these lives, in all these creations are inside the infinity of our heart. And everything is changing. All the atoms, all the molecules, everything in the material world is changing. But in contrast to the material world, in the spiritual world, there is one presence that combines us all. And the main attribute of that presence is divine laughter. And you start to understand that the divine laughter is the puppeteer. Your body, mind, and intellect are the strings through which the puppet of your body is moved. Your senses, mind, and intellect are the strings of your body, which is just a puppet. And the puppet can be having many different stories. Whatever your life is, that's your scenario. And it's written by the genius that is truly you. You wrote that scenario that you're going to be having these challenges or not these challenges. And you go beyond by seeing, understanding that you are the divine laughter, focusing on the heart. You become the puppeteer. You do stop caring about the puppet. Even the life story you don't care for. You just do your part and enjoy. Whether death is happening, whether life is happening, whether there is a gain or a loss. And the gain or loss can be gain of what? Sex, relationship, money or abundance, respect or fame or defame, or I want a superpower. So to get to the fourth level of superpower, you take a look at whatever in your material life, when you live with your eyes open, what is it that defines you and makes you smaller? Whatever defines you creates a prison for you. If you say, oh, I am this, then you are not that. Well, in reality, you are everything and everyone. And when you say this, then you start living for this, but you are everything and everyone at that level of heart. So you focus on those two thoughts. Okay, as I said, in my case, I had just lost a job, so I will think of it as the job loss. And relationships is everyone's topic forever. Look at these two thoughts, which are like small, heavy, because they make us heavy. Look at them eye to eye, with eyes, biological eyes closed. Look at them eye to eye. And know that Om Namo Shivaya, Ameen, Allah Akbar, all these prayers have got everything on the planet. So there is violence also on them. There is love, unconditional, but there is also violence that you can use to heal yourself, heal your personality by saying to these two or whatever number of strangers or these thoughts that you have, look at them as and say, screw you. I don't care for you. And you say it with the intent now that you have of violence and abruptness. Now use that jolt with Om Namo Shivaya. Wish them away, bless them away with total firmness. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. This power to say screw you to anything that makes you small is the true superpower. The true superpower is the ability to say no to anything that you thought, oh, I need this to be happy. You don't, nothing, nothing, nothing. All we need to be happy is to have that we are moving towards joy. And all that we need for joy is that whatever time I have on the planet, I will use it to provide unconditional, fearless service. We cannot provide service to others if we have a fear, I don't have enough. I don't have enough reputation. I don't have enough enlightenment. I don't have enough sex. I don't have enough money. Then we cannot serve. Most of the people on the planet right now, they are just money, 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 money. They even come for meditation and then ask, how can I increase my business? How can I make more money? How can I get this energy technique so that I can make more money, more money, more money? And the moment your mind, money is in the center of your attention, then you have become identified with the puppet, which is just a wooden thing that will come and go. Right now, you are the divine laughter, the eternal divine laughter present in each and every heart on the planet, connecting you to everything and everyone, enabling you to bless everything and everyone, and enabling you to give you the power of saying screw you to all the thoughts which make you small. I want more of sex. I want more of money. I want more of reputation. I want more lucky. I want more of this or that. Whatever it is, say to it, Om Namo Shivaya, understanding the intent that was just stated, and be free. Be free to open your wings. Be free to open your wings of absolute devotion to God, because God is everyone and everything. Devotion and service, devotion and service, devotion and service. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. See yourself from this very second healed of the smallness that you had. Oh, I want this. I have this fear, relationship, money, reputation. Whether you have it or you don't have it doesn't matter. From this very second, you see yourself as a fearless angel with open wings, spreading love, light, and laughter. Because that's what who you are. And there's no even effort in that. Because that's what who you are. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. See yourself free of all the smallness. See yourself as a golden light. I'm going to be doing Om Namo Shivaya together as a group. So Om Namo Shivaya. It could have been Amin. Doesn't matter. They all have the same connotation. They have the same meaning and they have the same energy and the same intent. Om, breathe in. Om. Namo, open your heart. Become endless laughter with the ability to enjoy your own death of the puppet. Your own death can never happen because you are eternal laughter in the deepest part of your heart. But the death of your puppet and all the puppets also. Just wish everyone well, but do not be afraid of everything. Om Namo Shivaya. Om, breathe in. Namo, laugh with your heart and free yourself from any small thoughts. Shiva, any small thoughts that stop you from helping others unconditionally. The thought, oh, I don't have enough. Let them all be banished. And when you say screw you to any thought that made you small and felt you are made you a prisoner, then your wings, your superpowers of being able to say no to anything on the planet and enjoy life. You can say no to job, you can say no to relationship, you can say you are the most powerful puppeteer on the planet. You can say no to anything and anyone and still enjoy life, blessing everything and everyone. Om Namo Shivaya. Om, breathe in. Om. Namo, from your laughing heart, bless everything and everyone and clean yourself of any small thing. Shiva, breathe out from the heart, ruling out the laughter from your heart in all directions as golden light. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Roll out the laughter. Roll it out. Laugh at yourself. Laugh at yourself in the past. Om Namo Shiva. Laugh at yourself for having the fear or the thought, I don't have enough, whatever it was. Most of the time, sex, money, and reputation. Om Namo Shiva. See yourself from tomorrow helping others unconditionally, irrespective of whether you feel that you have it, abundance or not. You have abundance of the core wealth, which is laughter of the heart. You have access to the core wealth of the universe, the divine golden laughter in your heart. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. In all directions, spreading unconditionally the laughter of your golden heart. Om Namo Shiva. For the next few minutes, I'm going to be creating groups. So you are all going to be spreading love with the partner that will be named. So Alan and Catherine will be working together. G and Dennett will be spreading love. So the key is that when you're sending love, you're also receiving love. So Alan and Catherine, G and Dennett, Dula and Hal, whoever is on the iPhone, with Jean, Julia and Kirill, Liz and Marina, Morgan and Preeti, Sunny and Sweta, Vera and Julia, Zarina and Susanna, and whoever is at 647, then Zarina, Susan, and whoever is at 647-832. Each one is going to be receiving and sending healing, golden laughter from the heart. Receiving and sending and seeing that from this very second, you have no more fear of saying no to anything on the planet. You can even say no to life on this planet from after 5 minutes. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. As you do this, you identify more and more with the divine laughter. Om Namo Shiva. 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 As a group, we are sending blessings to the person with the telephone 647 for whatever happened 65 days ago. That is resolved. Om Namo Shivaya. So we are as a group sending love to everything. Susanna for her health issues. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Zarina for her personal and professional life. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Yulia for the feeling of loneliness and unrootedness. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Vera for spiritual clarity and how to manage life. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Sweta's concern about business and clarity. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Sunny still needs clarity about what to decide on. So we just send clarity, the ability to enjoy life on the planet. Om Namo Shivaya. Preeti's relationship with everyone on the family. Om Namo Shivaya. Morgan is letting go of all the past judgments at herself. Om Namo Shivaya. Marina is going beyond the crossover of the pets. Om Namo Shivaya. Liz is starting to feel more and more of her angels around. Om Namo Shivaya. Kirill is advancing and getting ready for the next stage, which has not been happening for the last 2 years. So you are at the cusp. You are ready to cross over to the next level of evolution, spiritual. Om Namo Shivaya. Julia, so that she can manage the relationships, the new relationships from the last 1.5 years better. Om Namo Shivaya. Jean can be a better relation to the new who have joined the family. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. iPhone, whoever, for the last 3.5 years has been struggling with some financial questions also. Om Namo Shivaya. And financial then becomes, if we take it too serious, it becomes health also. Om Namo Shivaya. Hal just for the last 4 or 5 days has been having very disturbing thoughts and dreams. So we send you blessings and they are resolved. They're resolved with your own and do some act of praying on behalf of the person who has crossed over, and then your heart will immediately feel peace. And the other person can also connect with you when you have a belief in that. Dula has been struggling with professional and personal, and it's a standard story nowadays. So you become very, very focused onto the higher calling, and then the small questions will fall into place, but you need faith for that. Then it is trying to grow, but is not surrounded by a conducive environment, she feels. So we have to become so strong that we see all the environment as being helpful. And it's got nothing to do with money or COVID. She wants to be better, but there is no technique. It's just praying unconditionally. And Catherine is still going over learning relationship ropes. So Om Namo Shivaya, Om Namo Shivaya. Alan wants to learn new techniques to get ahead. Praying unconditionally with trust, trusting the universe, because the universe, your life, the people in your life is exactly the same. And God is exactly the same. We see it as different, but they are at the very core, they are the same. And as today we noted, it is all unconditional golden laughter of the heart. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Instead of involving your body with the breathing, etc., let the blessing just flow through you. Om, everyone's crown chakra from which we receive the coronation, from which we receive the blessings, is flowing. The hearts are open. Just let it flow out to everything and everyone, and especially to the people and thoughts and incidents that we felt have hurt you, which we judged to be bad, but in reality, they made us spiritual, made us attend this class so that we became enabled with our superpower to be able to say no to everything on this planet and be totally joyous. Whatever it may be, it may even be death, life, no to everything, because we are much more. We have abundance of laughter in the heart. We don't really need all those things which our personality feels, though I need these things to be happy. Nothing there. Say the holy mantra. Om Namah Shivaya. Screw you. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah. May all be free of their smallness of thoughts in their heads. May all uncover their golden wings of divine trust in the universe, so that you can uncover, enable, and become one with the divine laughter of your heart. That is the true superpower. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. From tomorrow, after waking up, especially, laughing, smiling for others, but not for your own desire or body or mind or whatever. No sympathy, no empathy. These are all very small things. Take out of that prison. Just live for the desires of others. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. I'm stopping, but if